What up? It's your boy T-Bone Reaction Days Wrestling Wednesday. About to get to one more of Pllana video before I get to the wrestling flashback video. And he says, I don't like this. I don't know if it was a hot take video or not. You know, it's been if you have Pllana hot take, get your hot take video as well too. Who knows? But anyway, let's see why he doesn't like what he doesn't like about what's going on in 2022. Let's get it. Hold on a second. Anyway, let's get it.
It's 2025
Hold on.
and John Cena, Cody Rhodes, and
Let's go back.
he's,
So,
it's 2025 and John Cena, Cody Rhodes, and CM Punk are our champion.
I go lie. I love this picture, and I had it on my cover for a while before Messi Dupree won her IC champion. Had to put Cena and her as a cover for my Facebook. But yeah, I love it. But let's hear what Pllana gonna say.
And that brings us to my first hot take. And as much as I love this photo, I wish our world champions were actually Drew McIntyre and LA Knight instead. Look, Cody is a great champion, but I think we can all agree and say that it's been Drew McIntyre's time to be a world champion for a while now. He's been doing the best work of his entire career for the last few years, and it's getting to a point where it feels like Hunter just hates the guy for absolutely no.
Oh, don't let that. You see that one lady I follow? Someone follow that's the Drew fan. This is literally her talking. She thinks she hates Hunter. She calls that Hunter every name in the book, everything. Sure, and worse, she hates Cody. So this is down that alley as well too.
No reason. We've
But
already
not as
seen
bad as
Cody
her.
WWE title run for almost 2 years now. It is time to give us something fresh, and I think Drew McIntyre is the right person to give us something new. The same thing can be said about the World Heavyweight Championship. I think WWE waited a little too long to put this belt onto CM Punk. The entire
They could have left.
feud with Seth Rollins went on way too long. Punk should have beaten Gunther at WrestleMania for the belt before dropping it to LA Knight around this time. I truly think that McIntyre and LA Knight as our champions would help add more interest to the product and attract a lot more viewers because people want to see something
Nothing
new.
is Cody. I love Cody, but that'd been cool as well too. I'm not saying Cody should drop a soon, but yeah.
Also, that brings me to my second hot take in this video.
Oh,
CM Punk
this is
has
hot takes.
sadly become PG Punk. MJF was spot on.
Okay, so this is gonna be a hot take. So this is a hot take. But this is more to a Pllana few hot takes as well too.
Look, I'm a huge CM Punk fan. He's been one of my favorites since 2011 when he
Hold on a second, I gotta check something real quick. Man, let's keep going.
dropped that infamous pipe bomb, and I think his return has been good, but that's the problem. While it's been fine, I don't think it's been great or excellent, and I think he was doing a lot better work in AEW than he is doing right now. His promos felt like they had more passion, he had more aura, and he does.
I don't know. I liked it both. I mean, it's just I feel like I feel like he's more in WWE. He's more like he's not as drained. Like WWE, he has a great promos or anything. Moments this you tell that after a while he start feeling drained. With WWE, he's been there as long as he is with AEW and not as drained as he was. So yeah, I feel like this is like him coming back to WWE was a better fit for him. The AEW was good. It was like a good experience, but after a while, it was like reality hit him about AEW in a way.
Feel a little corporate, like he's just out there going through the motions to collect a check. The promo he had with Jey Uso was proof, and even his hairstyle and the renders with the belt, it just all feels kind of lifeless. It looks like he's just getting his money, and the WWE machine is holding him back a bit. I think the old Punk would have said, no, you know what, I don't want to work with Jey Uso, or if he had to work with Jey Uso, he would have done a better job, but he just doesn't care. I say bring back the cooler hairstyle, speak with that straight edge tone, and get back to being the rebel that we all fell in love with. I know it's there. We literally just saw it a couple years ago in AEW. If WWE doesn't want to do that, then another idea could be CM Punk turning into a corporate heel character.
Lord.
Can you imagine if the Authority comes back, Triple H becomes the leader once again with CM Punk by his side?
First off, I kind of want a hell no, but it's like I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. With the way folks are against Triple H as of late, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Triple H become authority heel Triple H again. Because they already don't like him in there. Because, I mean, did it? Because granted, folks start, that's how Mr. McMahon became heel Mr. McMahon because of that, too. I mean, but at the same time, there's that. Hold on a second. Keep going. Yeah. Oh yeah, I was saying, yeah, I would not be surprised if they fuck around and do a new authority with Triple H being heel again, just because of how strip of how posts do not like how he's running things as of lately as well too. But they must do corporate heel Punk. Have at it. I don't like it, but have at it.
Make a lot of money, and you can take a young wrestler and turn them into a true superstar. Imagine
Maybe that could be the catalyst to get LA Knight as a champion, as top champion.
Stone Cold Steve Austin feud with Vince McMahon, but instead it's with CM Punk wearing suits and a young rebel. I doubt WWE will ever do it, but I think those are the only two options to properly utilize CM Punk. Either bring back the old Punk or fully lean into this corporate PG Punk version we now have with a heel turn. Let's move on to a recent change WWE made that's actually working now. After Seth Rollins got injured and was written off of TV, the future of the Vision looked blurry. But it looks like they have a clearer future because Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre align themselves with the Bronze and Paul Heyman. To be fair, this could be a temporary thing for War Games, but I'm actually going to go ahead and say that it should be permanent. Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre are two stars that can take this group to the next level.
Yep.
I would even argue and say that it already feels like they have more chemistry with those guys than Seth Rollins did as the leader. I can picture a future where Logan Paul has the World Heavyweight Championship.
Oh,
Drew
Lord.
is the WWE champion.
Oh Lord, that's what. Don't Drew. I'm not gonna be too mad about if he does that. But hell no, please, for the love of God, do not put no top title on Logan. For the love of God, hell no. Drew, I don't mind. I mean, of course, I got boo. He's gonna hell, but do not put a top title on Logan. For the love of God, no.
Camp, and the Bronze hold the mid-card belts as well as the tag belts. Imagine that. They could be booked as one of the most dominant groups in modern history. Hopefully they keep them together because I'm a huge fan of these guys all together in a big faction. What I'm not a big fan of is what John Cena said about the current state of the WWE on First Take today. This is what he said.
The state of the union right now is fantastic. With relationships, we're finally in the ESPN family. There's never been a better time to be in the WWE, and that's from its relationships in the lens and its roster on the field. I think we have the most gifted and the biggest batch of gifted personnel in the ring. They're doing stuff right now I could never possibly think of, which is why it's time for me to walk away. It's been a great year. I'm very happy to be able to pass the torch on what I think is an extremely capable class of men.
I can't agree with the fact that WWE is in good hands without Jones. When you take a look at the NBA product right now, with guys like LeBron, Steph Curry, and Kevin Durant retiring soon, they've got their new stars in Luka, SGA, and Jokic. And I can't say the same thing about the WWE. When John Cena leaves, I don't think WWE has a top guy to fill his shoes. It looks like they're trying to make Cody the face of the franchise, or the QB1, whatever they're calling him. But the numbers on Raw with him as a champion have been dropping. The only guy who can realistically take the keys from John Cena is Roman Reigns, but he's already got one foot out the door. If I'm WWE, I'm giving that man even more money, and I'm making him a full-time wrestler with that extra money. I'm saying, look.
And please keep on my baby face. Don't draw him back to his old ways. Let him. If he must be the rebel to go against the corporate, he'll Paul him too. Keep him his face, man. Don't bring him back his old ways. We don't need him. It was a good run, but he's doing great as a babyface now. The pros ain't gonna want boo him no more. Just do it. Keep his face.
We'll give you more millions, but you gotta show up a lot more. He's the one who revived WWE during his Tribal Chief era, and it hasn't been the same since he lost that belt at WrestleMania 40. Therefore, John Cena is wrong. The WWE should be worried. While they might have the best in-ring work nowadays, I don't think they have the characters or the draws necessary to grow the brand. With all that said, there are some wrestlers on the roster right now who can become huge draws. It won't happen overnight, but here's some guys I envision for the future of WWE. Braun Breaker is the first name that comes to mind. He's an athletic freak in that ring. Part of me wishes WWE actually just gave him the world title instead of Punk, because he is 2003 Brock Lesnar, and that is a great thing. He still needs a bit more time to fully develop, but he's very close to becoming their next top draw.
True,
The
in
next
a way.
thing might piss some people off, but I think he's extremely gifted, and the WWE Universe underrates him a lot, and that man is Logan Paul. He does not get the credit he deserves. Paul is great in that
In the ring, but no, man.
ring. He's a huge name, and his promo game has gotten a lot better over the years. I think he's also becoming very experienced, because if you look at SummerSlam, he was guiding Jelly Roll through that match like he's been a pro for a decade now. Logan just understands wrestling, and if he was dedicated to the company and showed up as a full-time wrestler, I would make him a top star. Next up is Dominic Mysterio.
Boy.
That's an obvious one. He's on a generational run right now.
Oh, boy.
WWE have found their next Eddie Guerrero.
Oh, boy.
People are even falling in
Only
love
they okay with this if he's a face.
with him. This kid is going to be a world champion soon. However, I will say that the neck tattoo was a mistake. It does not look great, and it has not gotten better with time. He really said, "Hold my beer," after he saw Cody's tattoo. The next name might shock you, but I still believe in Austin Theory. Even though Hunter destroyed any momentum from his push,
And where is he at?
he still has that look to become a top star. Austin Theory has a great physique. The guy can put on a wrestling clinic if he wants. He could cut a great promo, and he works well as a babyface or a heel. I cannot understand how Triple H doesn't see it, but if Hunter was serious, he would be building Austin Theory as a pillar of this company. Those are honestly the only guys on the main roster with the potential to carry the men's division in WWE. There are a few guys in NXT with Ricky Saints, Femi, and Javon Evans. While there's a decent amount of talent, the WWE is not doing a great job at building these new stars. I think it's because they refuse to take risks like throwing the belt onto Braun Breaker. It would have been perfect time to see if he can swim or if he would sink. And another problem is when they win the mid-card belts, they don't even wrestle. Hunter is failing at creating new stars, and it is looking bad for WWE's future. Like I said, those 7 guys I named, they should be gaining momentum for the future ASAP. And my final hot take is about John Cena and his final opponent. Prior to today, I thought Gunther was the right choice, but I've changed my mind. There is one man who needs it a lot more than Gunther, and it should be LA Knight. He is the right person. He can use a huge win like that, and it could be the beginning of his rise to the top. If I was WWE and I wanted to create a megastar, this is what I would do. LA Knight would win the tournament, retire John Cena, become the IC champion, and then go on to win the Royal Rumble, and that is where we would see a heel CM Punk versus a babyface badass.
So I was a little ahead of that. Okay, that's what I say. And I said it too. They need, if that's what they need for to get on LA that push. Well, so be it. I mean, I don't want CM Punk to be here, but if it's must to push, it's the sacrifices made to get LA that push. I guess I gotta deal with booing CM Punk. I don't really want to, but I have to do this CM Punk for a while. Other than that, like it.
Night for the World Heavyweight Championship, and that is a money-making dream match. Anyways, that is it for the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching.
All right, and this was after this buried thing, so I don't think I need to watch that when you get buried for no reason thing. Yeah, that'd be something for Paul. I mean, LA Knight though. If they prevent him from going heel, and 2 to give him that push. If I gotta sacrifice CM Punk to the hillside, I guess it'd be worth the sacrifice. Other than that, if you like my reaction, like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's your boy T-Bird signing off. One love.